might be live. I'm trying to figure out if I'm live or not. It's always a gamble. I think you're up, someone says. That probably means I am. Excellent. Sorry for the delay, people. I was running a little bit late and I really had to go to the bathroom once I arrived here. But yeah, now I'm here at the station in front of or underneath the Tokyo Skytree. Station's over there. Plenty of people out and about today, it seems. Yeah, let's get going. This is an area that a lot of you have asked about, but it's also an area that I don't really go to very often privately. So should be nice. So I think I am just, let's see, can I take this escalator? I think I can. We shall find out. So I've been to Skytree a couple of times throughout the years, like 3-4 times maybe. It's very high and the view is pretty nice. But I think once you get to, like, you know, these kind of heights, it doesn't really matter if it's like a few from Tokyo, which is kind of cool in a way, I guess. But personally, I think actually the view from lower buildings like Tokyo Tower or the Tokyo Metropolitan Building is actually better. But I guess it depends on your preferences. Anyway, we're not going up the tower today, so sorry about that. So the plan today is to walk from here to Asakusa, possibly a little bit longer. We'll see what time it is. I'm thinking around 90 minutes today, but could be a bit longer depending on how everything goes. And what else? It's a pretty gloomy day. Hope it won't rain. They're doing some sort of event here. Looks like they're kind of preparing for something. I don't think this is the main event or anything. Skytree. So we're just at the foot of the tower, or the base of the tower. Let's pray to the 4G LTE gods that reception will be kind to us today. Sun gods as well. Well, sun we can do without, but 4G LTE is pretty crucial for us today. Ohayo gozaimasu. And I am expecting this stream to be quite busy, so I'm sorry if I'm not responding well to your questions, because I can't really catch up with everything, especially when I walk around areas that I'm not so familiar with, like today. But I am trying my best. At East. そう、今日はスカイツリーから浅草までに行こうと思います。天気がちょっとAnd yes, I am also sorry that yesterday turned out to be the first time in over a month that I did not stream. I was just pretty tired and had a busy day, so instead I decided to try to start early today instead and do a little bit more of an ambitious stream today. So yeah, just getting here from my house takes an hour, so it's not every day that I'm able to travel this far, but today I got an early start, so yeah, I did indeed break my streak. Yes, it hurts me a little bit, but well, it's life. Big playground here. I'm always a little bit wary about filming around kids, so let's try to just pass here quickly. I'll probably just point the camera towards the tower so that I won't offend anyone. Was it a nice train ride? It passed very quickly because actually I haven't done this in a while, but I had my favorite little gadget with me. Let me show it to you. It's this thing here. Let me open it and show you. So this thing is called the GPD Win. You can always see my face reflected in there. So this is essentially a tiny little PC, but with a built-in controller, and it's quite capable. So I recently started playing Skyrim, which is a pretty old PC RPG, but I never got around to playing it before. And that's just about the kind of games that this thing can handle. I mostly use it to play like retro games though, but yeah, I got really hooked on Skyrim a few days ago, and yes, I use it mainly for emulation otherwise, but yeah, it handles Skyrim quite well, so I was playing Skyrim the entire ride, and I had a pretty good time with it. Yeah, I never played it sooner than now. I mean, I tried it like a little bit when it was new, but I didn't really get hooked in the beginning, but now I gave it another chance and I really enjoyed it. So Skyrim ですね。電車に乗りながら今日スカイリムですごく楽しんだ。Can you mod Skyrim on it? I think you can. I mean, it is a proper PC, this little thing. Not the highest end one. It's a built-in Intel integrated graphics, so 3D graphics performance is kind of limited. But yeah, basically Skyrim runs acceptable to me, and yeah, you can do everything. You can in the full. It is the full proper version of Skyrim, so you can do everything. You can mod it if you want. Lowest setting, so yeah. But when I'm home, I actually use it. I connect it to my home network, and I stream games from my big gaming PC. So then I can of course max out all the settings and it runs beautifully, and I can run like any game on that while I'm in the living room couch playing comfortably. So yeah. But usually the kind of games I play are retro games, like arcade games from the 90s and Super Nintendo, Super Famicom era. That's my favorite kind of games. 2D pixel graphics, etc. For Fallout, yeah, I should try those games too. I have both Fallout 3 and Fallout 4, but I never really got into either of them. I never really gave either of them a chance, to be honest, though. Oh, pretty nice view from here. You said you designed a game once. Can you elaborate? Yes, I can, but if I reveal too much about it, I will also reveal my identity, which I'm kind of reluctant to do here on YouTube. So I can tell you more about that on Patreon. We are actually about to release a new refreshed version of that game pretty soon. But what I can tell you is that it's a music game. It's been downloaded in total, I think, about 1 million times. And it has a lot of pretty loyal fans who's been like asking for an Android version for 8 years now. It's only been released for iOS, but now it's the Android version finally coming out. So that should make a bunch of people really happy. And it also has to be well, basically we had to rebuild it entirely from scratch. So the original version was built in something called Cocos 2D, which is a framework for making iOS games, but now we rebuilt it using Unity. So now we can make it cross-platform much easier. Old enough to have played Saxon? Yes, I am, and I have, but it's not really. It's a shooter, isn't it? It's not like a game that I have that many memories about, but yeah. Will the update be released on PC? No, so this game is entirely designed for touch controls. So it's currently we have no plans on making a PC version, even though it could maybe make sense if you play it on something like a Microsoft Surface. But for now it's iOS and Android are our target platforms. It became a tech channel now, yeah. Sorry about that, but I'm a pretty geeky person. Yeah, pretty gloomy weather today. Yeah, I know that Unity got listed on the stock exchange today. That's pretty amazing, that it's grown so much. I've been kind of, I mean, I'm not super familiar with Unity, but I've been keeping an eye on it, and I've been familiar with the platform since it was brand new and started out as this little 3D game making tool. Oh, thank you, Dave. Konnichiwa. Then you're the only one who played games on NES. No, I did too. That's what I grew up with. but I don't think that the old NES games, they're usually not that enjoyable anymore to me. It's just that the technology is too basic. I mean, of course there's exceptions. Super Mario 1 and Zelda and all those old games are still kind of interesting to play, but for me, like the Super Famicom or Super Nintendo era was to play. That's what I started out with when I was a kid. On the Sega Master System, I don't remember why, and I remember that I was always envious on the kids who had an NES, because I thought the game selection was just so much better on that console. Dashi の自動販売機、あるんだ。どこだろう。I remember the Super Scope. Pretty cool device. I liked how at the time when everybody was making light guns, then Nintendo was just like, oh, screw that, let's make a light bazooka instead. Oh, I think, you know what, let's go this way. I think they recently opened a new kind of shopping complex over here. I can probably get some fancy beer, yeah, but it's still, you know, it's before lunch for me, so not sure. I am kind of in a beer mood today, though. We'll see. But yeah, I want to check out this place that just opened over here. Called Tokyo Mizumachi. Parts of it's still under construction, I guess. Kind of like how Skytree just kind of dominates this entire area. Wherever you go, you see this massive structure. Tallest structure in Japan, by the way. What about that salty plum drink or the Wilkinson's ginger ale? Yeah, they're nice too. They're not beer though. So over there you see that golden building. I think that's is it the Asahi headquarters? And next to it is that building with the golden poo. Kind of appearing a little bit next to this temple. Don't know if you can see it, but what name is this street? I'm not sure, but probably most streets in Tokyo don't have names, and I don't think that this minor street here have a name. but possibly this big street here could be called something. Ah, okay, it just turned red, so I have to wait. Let's go down to this river and check out the view. Where's the Skytree? Asks Coffee Panda. Skytree is here. So yeah, this is the area I was talking about. Parts of it are still under construction, but basically along this little canal they're building like shopping and entertainment complexes, and looks like, yeah, a hostel as well, family mart over there. So I think on this side it's more completed. So that's what I wanted to check out now. So let's head back to the crossing and weather update, you say, eh? Let's weather. So much reflection. 25 degrees. 25 degrees. Hair reflection reveal. Also 77% humidity, light wind, and around 1000 millibar of pressure. Not too bad, no. It's quite comfortable weather to walk around in. So let's check the map. Watching from Singapore. Have a nice day. Thank you. You too. So, yep, we are here. We started down there, and I will head to Asakusa, which is over here. Oh, interesting train. I think this is one of these trains that runs to probably up towards Nikko. And that has a little bit more comfortable seats than the regular ones. It's this kind of like fancy trains that costs a little bit more but makes the ride much more enjoyable. So basically this area, like Oshiage, where Skytree is located, that's a good place to start if you're traveling further north to Nikko and other famous places up in like Tochigi Prefecture, etc. Higher speed train a little bit, but it's not like, I mean, it's not the Shinkansen or anything, but it's an express train, so it skips a lot of stops. Is there such a thing as regional accents in Japan? Yes, for sure. Some parts of Japan are like I can't even understand what they're saying, especially like if you go up to northern parts of Japan and where they speak like Tohoku-ben, which can be very different. And also like in Osaka they have Kansai-ben, which is it's easy to understand, but some very common words are entirely different. So before you learn it, it can be a bit confusing, I guess. This is it's 11:30 here in Tokyo. Oh, okay, here's right. So these guys used to have a cafe in Harajuku that I have been to many times. Deus Ex Machina. Now they have one here in this area too. Huh. I did not know that. Interesting. Have you been to Hokkaido? Yes, I have. My favorite Hiroshima band. I'm not so familiar with Hiroshima band. I've only been to Hiroshima like twice and never really stayed that long, so Jack's wife's Freda. That's an interesting name for a shop. I think this area will probably be super nice when they're done with everything. It's still a bit of a construction zone here, but I like this spot. Would make a good photo, yeah. Cute little sign here, Group F1. I wonder if that store is still in operation. Probably not. So Tokyo Mizumachi is the name of this new area. I don't know if it's that loud in the shops when the trains pass, because you can see there's actually a gap, and I think they're also relatively insulated. So they do like this in many places in Tokyo, like repurpose the ground under the train tracks and build these kind of small shopping malls and whatnot. And it's not that annoying when the trains pass, to be honest. So let's cross here and head over to the Sumida River. I think it's the Sumida River that passes here, right? Let's check. Where's Sumida River, the next one? Quite the nine though. Okay, let's cross. Pretty sure this is Sumida River. Google Maps won't tell me. Yeah, that car was in a hurry. We can actually walk across this bridge as well. I might want to do that then. That's actually probably nicer than the route I was planning to take. Or maybe not. Yeah, here it says Sumidagawa. I'm not lost, no. Kind of know roughly where I am and where to go, but I'm not so familiar with every little street around here and every little bridge that you can cross. So this one, the bridge over there, I thought this was like only for train, but actually they have a pedestrian path as well. But maybe I'll just head to the one. This is the bridge I was planning to cross. also near Tokyo Prince Hotel. There's a lot of Prince Hotel in Tokyo, so I'm not sure which one you mean, but I'm also not sure if there is a Prince Hotel around here, so can't really answer that question. Should be a Prince Hotel somewhere around here, at least in Asakusa. Rainbow Bridge? No, this is not Rainbow Bridge. Oh, nice, you can see the reflection of Skytree here. That looks pretty cool. How much revenue can a live broadcast with 400 viewers bring? Like $10. Seriously, YouTube doesn't pay much at all. But basically what generates a little bit of income is the donations that I get from you viewers. That's worth more than the advertising revenue from YouTube, because yeah, YouTube basically you need millions and millions of views in order to make any significant money. So if you want to do YouTube for a living, it's not something I would recommend. I mean, I'm very happy with how my channel has grown in terms of the viewership, and that I've had like months with 1 million views, but still, like the best month that I've had on my channel has maybe paid me less than a minimum wage full-time job. And then we're talking about, you know, posting hours of video every day and basically spending countless hours making those videos. So if you're in it for the money, then there's you need to get really famous and successful if you want to make a good living from YouTube. But I mean, I see this as a little side hobby. I do it because it's fun and because I love the interaction that it gives me with you, my viewers, and then the fact that at least it covers the costs and pays for my beers while I do these streams. That's a nice bonus. But yeah, you know, unless I love doing this, then it would not make any sense for me to do it. Super quiet here. The weather is kind of not great though, but usually on a weekend, this bridge is usually packed with people in rental kimonos. Here we can get a nice view of the Golden Poo. I'm kind of reluctant to talk to people when I live stream, because I think it's kind of rude to not ask them first. And you know, since I'm live streaming, they don't really get the opportunity to say no if they don't want to be in the stream. So that's not something I'm planning to do in my live streams. I mean, it happens. Sometimes I do have small conversations with people, but I'm not gonna go into shops without asking for permission first. Oh, thank you, Jenny Skunk. Always so generous. So here you get the entire trio of famous, or I don't know. Is the Asahi building famous? Maybe. Golden Poo, Skytree. And then if someone wants to look up what the leftmost building is, I would be very grateful, because I realized I had no idea if it's also part of the Asahi buildings or if it's something else. I think it was supposed to look like bubbles of beer. Yeah. But people often refer to it as a Golden Poo. Oh, Thank you, Rosa Maria Nava. Appreciate it. Very kind of you. Wind noise is beating the wind mufflers. Really? Huh. That's a bit surprising because it's not that windy today actually. I've had much windier days and you haven't complained. So surprised to hear that. Okay, let's see. Can I cross? I can't cross here. We can check out this. I did go here once in a video. This really cool underground shopping street. Oh, thank you, Fungus. Very generous. Not on kimchi fund. Love it. So here's Asakusa Station. Over here, Ginza Line, Asakusa Station. But then we also have this really cool underground shopping street, which is very old and it always smells really bad in here. But I really love this place. Pretty dead this time of the day. Maybe some of the shops had to close because there's been no tourists for so long. But when all the shops are open, it's really nice down here. I don't know how many of these shops are out of business. I mean, some of them are probably only open for dinner, like some of these Akaya. And this bar also probably not open this early. So this is a pretty touristy sake bar, but it's kind of cool. Like, I like this display with all the sake cans from all over the country. It's pretty cool, but this kind of ninja thing is, I'm not sure what I think about that. Yeah, the smell down here is pretty nasty. It's kind of rare to be in places that smells this bad in Tokyo. But it really smells like sewer. Sponsors, yeah, that would be nice, but then that would also, I don't know, like, I mean, most of the work I do outside of YouTube is related to tourism and local tourism boards. So I'm kind of happy with the way it is now, but of course if I get some pleasing, attractive offer from a sponsor, it's something I would consider, but I'm not gonna actively run around trying to make that happen. If it happens organically, then yeah, sure, fine. That would be nice. Yes, this is, I think the Asakusa line was the first subway line in all of Asia. So it's pretty historical, yes. That is true. Right now, in the last couple of years, they've been kind of renovating a lot of the Asakusa lines. Not Asakusa line, sorry, Ginza line. Ginza line is the oldest one in Asia. Yeah, they've been renovating a lot. So this is where I went down in that to that shopping mall. But now I'll be heading towards Kaminarimon and do the classical, famous Asakusa route. So yeah, Ginza line is the oldest subway line in Tokyo and Asia, and they've been renovating most of the stations, or many of the stations, in the last couple of years. So now some of the stations are like really fancy actually. I think they did a pretty good job. They managed to keep it kind of, you know, keep it very Japanese, but at the same time they modernized it in a nice way. So yeah, now we are in the touristy zone of Asakusa. There's a lot of these nice old shopping streets around here. I always like the symmetry that you get. And this area is one of my favorite areas to come for portrait photo shoots. Pretty cool. Sensoji, the oldest temple in Tokyo. I think so, but I am not sure. I would ask Google about that. My knowledge about things like that is surprisingly poor, maybe, considering what I do for a living. But yeah, there's just so much data about like every place in Tokyo, and I just can't remember it all. This is the relatively new tourism information center. It's a pretty nice building, and up there they have a little bit of a kind of what do you say, tembodai, like lookout panorama viewing spot where you get a nice view of the streets below. I'm not gonna go in there now because yeah, the connection will just drop probably while going up there. So it's actually kind of crowded today. Way more people now than last time I came here, that's for sure. Kaminarimon, famous spots. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, this is definitely the most crowded I've seen Asakusa since before the pandemic. The last couple of times I've been here, it's been super quiet. But yeah.人はまあ去年と比べると少ないけど、今年まあ3、4回目、今は3、4回目来ましたけど、こんなに混んでるはちょっと久しぶり。実は2、3ヶ月前はすごいガラガラ、何でも誰もいなかった。でも今はまあちょっと人がいる。これちょうどいいぐらいですね。もっと混んでるとちょっと大変。でもこのぐらいはちょうどいいと思います。でももちろんここにお店をやってる人は多分まだ大変だと思います。So yeah, it's surprisingly crowded compared to what it's been like the last couple of times I've been here. But personally, I think this is just about right. This amount of people is fine. It's crowded enough to feel lively, but you can still walk around without any major issues. But obviously, all the shop owners here probably, I wouldn't be surprised if they're still struggling with this amount of people. They probably need more. Is it safe? Someone asked. Safe in what regard? Generally, Tokyo is very safe. The only unsafe thing about this would probably be the risk of catching the virus. I mean, you can, I think I have a few videos from last year from this street. So if you want to see what it used to be like, you can probably find it on my channel. It's a very big difference. Yeah, now I can just walk very conveniently and comfortably without worrying about bumping into other people, but that used to be impossible before. Yeah, this is a good place if you want to buy touristy souvenirs. My mom always enjoys coming here. To me it's a little bit too touristy, but to her it's good because she can usually find what she's looking for, and she can usually communicate in basic English with the shop owners because they're used to tourists, so they know how to at least say the most basic things. Personally, I prefer to come here at night. That's when I like it the most. That's when there's way less people, and also this place is quite beautiful when it's illuminated. It's a great spot for night photography as well. Do you speak Japanese at home with your partner, or English and Japanese? We mix English, Japanese and Swedish. My wife also speaks all those languages, so yeah, we mix a lot. Hope you can see your family soon. Yeah, I hope so too. I think next time I'll go back to Europe, it's probably gonna be, it will be next year, maybe next summer, maybe next spring. Is your wife fluent in Swedish? Oh, I would say her Swedish is about the same level as my Japanese, so we both make plenty of mistakes, but good enough to have a relatively painless conversation. But basically English is the language we revert to whenever we are like really need to, you know, make sure that there's no misunderstandings or anything. There's apparently some construction going on here. Too bad that they're having this construction. It really blocks the nice view, but well, I guess now is the good time. If they have to do some major renovations, then they should be doing it now when there's no people. Okay, so it looks like they're replacing the tiles on the ground here. Hermoso is beautiful in Portuguese, I think, yeah. It's always nice to come here, and especially now when it's not so crowded. I really enjoy it. Wish I could do more photo shoots around here soon again. What makes Japanese language hard? That it's just so radically different from any Western language. And obviously also the fact that they have a pretty convoluted writing system that, you know, you have to spend years just to memorize the characters, whereas with Western language, yeah, you know the alphabet already. So that makes it pretty difficult. But yeah, also just the fact that, you know, the way you express yourself is also extremely different. So it's not just about, you know, translating a sentence, you know, word by word, but the way you say things is extremely different in Japanese in many cases. So famous pancake spot. I'm not sure if I even know what that is. Yeah, before the pandemic you would never see it this quiet. It just would be impossible, especially on a weekend. Quite dirty here. Do you meet many expats and Swedish people there? Yeah, I mean, Tokyo has pretty big expat community, and I've, as a Swede who's been living here for this many years, I'm quite connected to the Swedish community as well. I often work for the Swedish embassy or help them out with various things, like photography related stuff. So I'm relatively connected to the Swedish community, I would say, but also, like when I first came here, I really tried to avoid hanging out with other Westerners because I wanted to learn as much Japanese as possible. Like now I would say maybe 50% of my social circle, or a little bit more, is probably Japanese, and slightly less than half are Westerners. Are you the most famous Swedish expat? I don't think so. Popular photo spot here. Yeah, there's this old amusement park next to here called Hanayashiki. Actually never been. I'm wondering how they're doing now. Let's see, Maybe, no, here it's just like some construction work going on. But yeah, I really like this shopping street. This is also a good photo spot. Been taking a lot of portrait pictures here. I like the colors that you get. Nice, cute little coffee shop. Coffee shop Sunny. Oh yeah, right. Let's show you. Let me show you this little street. This street is gorgeous at night. I love this. Locals having lunch, probably. If I wasn't streaming, I would probably consider joining them for a beer somewhere. So here you can see Hanayashiki, the amusement park. You see a little part of it there in the background. Why did he say suge? I don't know. He liked my stabilizer, I think. Even though his stabilizer was way more suge than mine. Yeah, here you can see. Yeah, oh, it is open indeed. Some of the attractions are behind here, behind this little street. Hanayashiki Dori. It's apparently the name of this street. But yeah, let's head back to where we came from. Nande 何回も花屋敷が書いてるんですか？意味ちょっとわかりません。あれもっとすげえじゃん。
こっちの方がすごい。
いやいやいやいやこれ結構シンプルなやつ何撮ってるんですか？
カメラ？
うん。
ソニーアルファ6000。
あ、でもどんな動画、写真、動画？あ、僕今生放送 YouTube でライブ。見せていいですか？
いいよ。
Okay, so these are the guys who liked my そう今540人
540人見てるの？
見てる。
有名な人？
ちょっとじゃあいやいやちょっと会話しながらなんか、まあ今誰も日本とか入れないだから僕が毎日
放送
生放送の散歩
すげえ
やってます YouTube で。
めっちゃだって549人でしょ。
そうですね。
楽しそう。
なんて言ったら出るそれ名前？
あ、東京エクスプローラー YouTube で。
あなたの着物はとてもよく似合ってます。
出ました。
映ってる。
映ってる。すごい面白い。
絶対キュートとか組んでる。
そう。They look cute。
ほら、可愛い。俺もってやつ。あらやだ。
Thank you。
あらやだ。選手や。
Thank you。
東京エクスプローラー。
そう。それ。
これ？
はい。
待って4万人いんの？すごい人だ。マジか。すごい人に会えた。
映像を目指してるんですよ。
映像でフリーランスでやっていこうと思ってて、そう。
どんな映像？
僕はインスタメインでポートレートとかやってて、
実は僕もメインはフォトグラファー。僕も
写真？
ポートレートやってます。はい。
マジか。
インスタもフォローして。
俺こういうの。
おお、素敵。
そう。
素敵。
インスタやってる？
もちろん。
フォローしていいですか？
はい、もちろん。
なんて言ったら？ 東京エクスプローラーじゃない。
そう、東京エクスプローラーいっぱいアカウントあるけど。
いっぱいアカウントあるの。東京。
あ、これ。
待って、すごい人じゃん。本当に言ってる？本当に言ってる？はい。本物
？They are very impressed, so they wanted to follow me on Instagram now.
マジ？
そう。
本当だ、フォトグラフィー。
これはなんか旅行とかストリートスナップとかね。
そうだね、ストリート。
そう。ポートレートはね、
昔？でもこの辺とか
実はポートレートはなんか個人の名前でやってる。でも YouTube で個人の名前は言いたくないから書くだけ。でも言わないでください。
だから何個かアカウントがある。
そうそうそう。これ
何せ？
これも旅行。これも旅行がね。
すげえ。えぐいもん。えぐいもん。
あともう一個アカウントあります。
俺の友達もフォローしてた。
あ、そうですか。すごい。も
う一個ある。
もう一個ある。ポートレートのアカウント。それは違う。
東京に住んでる人。
そうです。
この辺？
反対側、世田谷区。
世田谷なんだ。
これポートレートのアカウント。ありがとうございます。
なんかすごい人会えた。素敵。浅草よ。
そうですね。こういうなんか観光客なんかポートレートが欲しいの人。この人はなんか香港人と思います。ここで
モデルさんじゃなくて観光客普通に。
そう。
そうなんだ。素敵。
そういうビジネスもやってます。でも今もちろんお客さんゼロ。だから YouTube ちょっと頑張りました。
すげえ。
すごい。
なんか嬉しいわ。
嬉しいね。
なんかすごい人会えた。
すごい。
じゃあ今ちょっと多分なんかみんな見てる人ちょっとつまらないので、
ごめんね。
でもあとまたメッセージしてまた
ありがとう。
ありがとうございます。頑張ってください。さよなら。バイバイ。Yeah. Okay, I think we are finally back. That was poor timing. Yeah, the stream got disconnected. That was a very cute couple, and they were very interested about what I was doing, and he was an aspiring freelance filmmaker. So I told him that I was doing these YouTube walks right now because no one can visit Japan, and they were very impressed when they saw how many people were watching this and following the stream. So they were super cute. But I didn't want to stay and talk to him for too long, so we just exchanged contact details, and I will, we will keep in touch probably. So now I'm on Hoppi Dori, which is like one of the main famous izakaya streets here. Pretty touristy, but still quite nice, especially at night. It looks very beautiful and the atmosphere is great. But my pro tip would be, if you come here, I would recommend that you'd rather check out these annoying. think we're back again. Yeah. Well, that's just the nature of live mobile streaming. It does cut off every now and then. Yeah. Think we're back again. Yeah. Well, that's just the nature of live mobile streaming. It does cut off every now and then. Yeah. 今ホッピー通りね、結構混んでますね今日。今ランチの時間だからかな。そうね。もしかしてこの辺人が多いから電波がちょっと弱いかもしれません。Thank you, Joe. Very nice of you. Did you exchange business cards? No, we didn't, but we exchanged Instagram accounts, so we should be able to stay in touch that way. Data plan is still okay. I think I'm fine. I should be able to last the month through, I think. Let's check. So currently I've used 62 gigs. So yeah, I'm pretty sure if it was like the tourists were back in full numbers, I think it would be much more difficult to maintain the quality of the stream. Oh, stylish. Here you can buy like used kimono and yukata. Quite reasonable prices actually. I have some friends who came here to do some shopping. Maybe not kimono, maybe only yukata. I don't know. There was two girls wearing this kind of retro-inspired kimonos and also like some pretty cool face masks. I don't know. I didn't want to point the camera towards them, but they were pretty stylish. They were doing some photo shoot as well, I think. Yeah, lots of people lining up. This is a pretty good tempura restaurant, I think. Yeah. Daikoku, yeah. It's really good. They have a different shop on one of the back streets as well. So surprised to see people are actually queuing up here for lunch. Oops. No, I'm not sure why the stream suddenly became so poor. It's a bit of a surprise, but we are back, I think. sunspots maybe, yeah, maybe. But yeah, it's been nice to see that life is coming back to Asakusa. And also it's this long weekend right now, Silver Week. So I think, well, now it's Saturday, right? So Saturday, Sunday, and then Monday and Tuesday are national holidays. So 4 days off, which is long to a lot of people. At least here in Japan, 4 days off is considered very long. So let's go to Main Street. So a lot of people are traveling this weekend. So there might be actually some people who are not from Tokyo that are here visiting now. Could be. Because traveling within Japan is of course encouraged, and Tokyo was just lifted from this travel ban as well. So basically they have this campaign called Go to Travel, where the government pays a part of your ticket and accommodation if you travel domestically in Japan, and Tokyo was excluded from that campaign until today maybe. Yeah, a lot of people are concerned now that there will be a lot of people traveling all over the country again, but of course for the people who depend on tourism, they should be quite happy about this. So it will be very interesting to see how it goes, if the cases will increase or not. Can you apply for that program? Yeah. If I go travel anywhere within Japan and I book it through those eligible channels, I will get 35. I think it's 35% that the government covers. So actually, a lot of people are staying at luxury hotels again now because, yeah, they can do so for 35% discount, which is quite attractive. Yeah, it is getting more and more crowded. It's more people now than when I came here. Next stop today, I think I will just head back towards the station and wrap things up. The thing is, I will be traveling a lot for work starting this coming week actually. I don't think I will have time to travel much privately, at least not in October, but maybe later if things calm down a little bit again. Maybe we will go on a little family trip somewhere relatively nearby, because after all we have the baby, but maybe one night in some nice hotel close to Mount Fuji or something could be a good idea. Thank you, Shuba Tirumare. Happy to see that you could make it here today. It is quite busy, yeah. It is. So that gate is a very famous spot. I don't know exactly why the gate itself is so famous. I think the rest of the temple is much more impressive, but yeah, it's kind of like the mandatory photo to take if you come here, I guess. So we are back. Oh, thank you, Yulson Tsai, as well. Sorry, I forgot to. Ah, thank you. So kind of you. let me catch up with the chat. How old is your daughter? She is 1.5 months old. So I think we need to wait a little bit longer. Maybe when she's like 3-4 months we can go on the first little trip all together. But yeah, I think I will just head back to the crossing, and we are almost 1 hour and 20 minutes, so it's a little bit early, but I think I will actually end the stream now, unless you have any requests, anything nearby you want me to check out. Ah, that building next to Golden Poo is the Sumida city office. I see. Thanks for looking it up. Here they have these like mist dispensers. It's quite comfortable actually. It makes the air much cooler. Beer o'clock, not now. I still haven't had lunch. So no beer today, I'm afraid. But soon, who knows? Maybe I will even do a stream tonight. That could be an option. A beer stream. ビールお願いします。すみません。ランチ前にちょっとビール飲むのが危険です。その放送で何か食べましたか？まだ朝ごはんだけ。この後は家に帰ってランチ食べます。Are you wearing a blue shirt and white shorts? I am not wearing a blue shirt and white shorts. I am wearing a kind of magenta shirt and pink shorts. So yeah, what's for lunch? I don't know. I haven't decided yet, but I guess probably some takeout today again. I don't want to cook when I come home, so I'll probably just get something. Whoops! Accidental almost face reveal when I try to scroll through the chat. That's dangerous. Oops. Well, I didn't show too much, I think. So yeah, thank you. Thank you for watching today. And like I said, this is not a promise, but I won't rule out the possibility of a night stream today as well, or evening stream later today. Otherwise, there will definitely be a stream tomorrow. So yeah. Thanks a lot for watching, as always, and also for those of you who are new to the channel, consider joining me on Patreon if you want to connect a little bit more with me. I will make a Patreon only live stream probably next weekend, or maybe sometime next week when I'm traveling. We'll see, but definitely I'm gonna do one before the end of this month for sure. So if you want to join me there, feel free to do so. The link is in the video description. You can also find the link to my Instagram page, and yeah, that's it for today. ありがとうございます。またね、また今度。さようなら。バイバイ。